अस्सलाम वालेकुम फ्रेंड्स, दुआ है आप सब खैर से हैं। वेलकम टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ स्पीड पेंटिंग। इस बार आई हैव समथिंग वेरी स्पेशल टू माई हार्ट, द लोकल ठेलेवाला। So let's get on with it. This particular scene is inspired from a photograph one of my seniors took during their time by the beach. अब beach हो या ना हो, this scene is all about the local vendors around which our childhood memories revolve, especially the Desi public here. I start with the big shapes of the cart with all its extensions and then go on to draw the smaller details. A rough idea of the horizon is there with some waves. There are so many details that it may seem a bit overwhelming, but once you get started from one side without worrying too much, things start taking shape almost on their own. The filter water bottles and the glass jars with all sorts of pickles make for a really busy cart. When I started with the human figures here, I wanted to draw a crowded beach scene. Although eventually you'll see I decided to shift the focus on this one vendor for this drawing. Anyways, that's almost all the rough line work I need before I start the final drawing. This part is the most fun because you have your guidelines, so not much can go wrong within that framework. After I was somewhat satisfied with the people in the scene, the details of all things inanimate unfold. There are so many repetitions for objects over here, I'm basically on autopilot. With their multitude of little things stacked and stored in jars and bottles, these vendors on cart evoke fond memories of smell, sight, taste, sound, and touch. Every artist has their own method of drawing. I personally feel I'm the finicky kind. Is drawing made details are everything, really. Once I'm done with the final line work, I start working on the color layers. How I love a pop of red here and there. How I love a pop of red. How I love a pop of red. Once I'm done with everything that can be read, I add the greens before moving on to the sky. Generally, the sky is the simplest part of my drawings, however layered there may or may not be. But for this one, it took me forever. I can't say I'm very pleased even at the moment, but it's alright. After ditching the murky sky, I go for the soft hues. Place some clouds before ditching them eventually. Little did I know it would take me an eternity to be done with the muddy sand kind of soil on this one. Isn't it amazing how every beach is sand, yet every sand is different from the other? At this point, I was dying to get the shadows on. Moving back to the sand, I exhausted all the brushes in Procreate to achieve the closest resemblance of the sand to its image. The waves were no less challenged in this case. I feel there's still so much to be done. The fine details of the waves took me a lot of time. I think it's difficult to see the details from a distance, but little did that stop me from labor of love. I went on drawing the tiniest strokes for waves on the surface of water. After that, it was time to clear the base a little. Of course, only to return to drawing some more waves. I figured since it's an almost overhead sun scene, the shadow will be a darker shade than usual, and honestly, I was loving the contrast. It was finally time for the dark blues and finer adjustments in colors before a final check that no space is left blank. Because there is no blank in nature. Everything has a tint, which makes it really stick. If you notice the sky, I'm trying to see if some line work looks alright. Oh no, it doesn't. In the end, I lightened the dark outlines and softened the colors a tad bit, and this is the final result. I hope you like it. If you don't, do share what in your opinion could help me improve. Do like, share and subscribe for more. Until next time, take care and Allah Hafiz.